Hello, it's Bank Holiday Friday, it's VE Day, it's the 8th of May, and this is the Chels Daft 5-minute news extended because there's so much to talk about. It's all the latest news and transfer news updates, and there's plenty to feature. By the way, this is my website, chelseadaft.org. Make sure you bookmark it and check it out. All my videos are on there, as well as the written word. But let's get straight into this. So to the Premier League, and Boris Johnson is expected to announce the first phase, the situation with lockdown being slightly eased. And as a result, there is speculation that the Premier League will be returning as early as possibly as June. Now, at the moment, it's all unclear, but Frank Lampard has suggested that the players are going to need a full pre-season of 4 weeks before they can then play these runner games in the course of 6 to 8 weeks to try and get the season finished. He said this: "Not only has it been a long break, but for big parts of that break, they've been sitting down on the sofa. They haven't been getting as active as they normally would be. We'd need to play that one by ear and see what period of time we get whenever we go back." They're talking about going back in smaller groups, which is how we'll probably start, and that'll be more about maintaining fitness and stepping it up. We need some form of a pre-season and proper training for 3 or 4 weeks. And I think that's an important point because people keep talking about, oh, the game's going to start, we'll get it played, but the players need to be fit again. Otherwise, you're going to have injury after injury that's going to go and snowball into next season. Frank Lampard's got a point, and that's important that people understand that before these games are played. So to a tweet that was sent out last night by Match of the Day, and they've revealed their Premier League team of the season so far, to a point where I had to retweet it and put a comment on. Bruno Fernandes, who's played 5 games for Man United, has been put in the team of the season. It's an absolute joke. And here is the team of the season, as you can see. Alisson, the goalkeeper, Alexander-Arnold, Van Dijk, Soyuncu, Leicester and Robertson, De Bruyne, Henderson, Bruno Fernandes, Salah, Aguero, Mane. I've retweeted that and basically said, what is going on? Why is Mateo Kovacic overlooked for someone that's played 5 games? And there's plenty of Chelsea fans on this post, as you can see, that have pretty much said the same thing. BT Sport pundit, ex-Premier League footballer Robbie Savage hails fantastic Chelsea signing Hakim Ziyech, but sends a transfer warning to Frank Lampard. He said this: "Obviously we're going to throw back to the Champions League final with Spurs beating Ajax on the way to the final. In that competition, Ziyech was very, very good, so that'll be a fantastic signing for Chelsea. Christian Pulisic, we've not seen the best. He's had that little spell where he started scoring a few goals. Under Frank Lampard before the start of the season, I didn't think Chelsea would finish in the top 4, or possibly even in the top 6. So, Frank has done a very good job considering going into the season there was a transfer ban. We know Tammy Abraham has done ever so well under Frank Lampard in the Premier League, but possibly they need another centre forward. I know Giroud is still there, but I just think a number 9 is needed." So to Football London, this was posted the other day and I thought this was quite a good article talking about strikers. Frank Lampard must let Chelsea's greatest enigma exit the Blues this summer. Talking of Michy Batshuayi, the 26-year-old has struggled for playing time, joining Chelsea in 2016 since then. And I have to say this, whenever Batshuayi's come on as a sub, he's done fantastically well. He's scored important goals when we needed them. He's proven that he can score goals, but his confidence is completely shot. He had a chance to get and establish himself in the first team this season and he blew it. He just couldn't hit the target. He really, really struggled and he's fallen down the pecking order. And I agree. I think that he's going to go in the summer, and I think a move for him to restart and kickstart his career is the right one. So to another Chelsea player linked with a move, and it's Tiémi Bakayoko. And apparently he dreams of an AC Milan return ahead of Monaco and Seville transfers, as Chelsea are looking to offload him. We've seen recently that PSG are interested. We know Monaco are interested but can't afford the £40 million fee. I think that'll be lowered in light of the global pandemic and the financial implications. But he wants to go to AC Milan. I wonder, will he get his wish? So to a report and a story that every single one of us has expected, if we're being completely honest, ever since Maurizio Sarri left Chelsea. Now, Jorginho has made statements this season that he's his own player. He's not just a Sarri wannabe. He's not a clone of Sarri that just is following wherever he wants to go. And to be fair, you have to say to Jorginho, he's actually been outstanding this season. He's made so much progress with his work off the ball, his physicality and dealing with the Premier League. Chelsea opened talks with Juve over £35 million move. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. If Sarri comes calling for a third time and they've already opened talks, it indicates he wants to go. So for me, I think we've all been expecting it. I don't think it's any surprise. And I think Jorginho will go if given that chance to rejoin Sarri. So to transfer targets now, and Guillaume Balaguer on his YouTube channel has been talking of the latest transfer rumours. Now the other day, Chelsea were linked with a move for Kalidou Koulibaly. Around 68-69 million is his release clause at Napoli. That's what they're asking for. Balaguer doesn't think that's going to be possible. And he said this. Basically, any link like with Koulibaly of Napoli or any other big player will face the impossibility of number one, raising the money, number two, spending that kind of money that's necessary to get a player like this because nobody wants to make a huge investment into a player. That's quite clear. Neither PSG, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Chelsea, Man United, Man City, nobody wants to put 100 million on a player. He's more, 100 million plus is what Koulibaly will cost, so forget about that. Chelsea have got a priority, of course, a fullback number one, and number two, quite clearly they want a striker. That will be the biggest thing, to get a striker. How will the market work? Swap deals, loan deals, free agents will be a priority for everyone, and those swaps will be interesting because it means putting a tag on those players that obviously both clubs will have to agree on, and that will be one of the difficulties. There are difficulties that the market will face. The likes of Koulibaly, I don't think can happen, not this summer. And I think he's talking sense. I think the more that the situation with coronavirus, the global pandemic, and the financial implications, and how it's going to look for clubs to go and spend big money this summer straight out of a lockdown, I can't see it happening. And I think loan moves are the way forward. Koulibaly, I think, is somebody that we've admired for a while. But I agree, I don't think we're going to get him. Despite the financial implications, the rumours still rumble on, and Chelsea apparently have 4 transfer alternatives to Ben Chilwell, and Chelsea's scouts are working on a summer move. The targets that the Express are claiming are Robin Gosens, Alex Telles, Matt Targett and Blas Riveros as potential alternatives to Ben Chilwell. But Chilwell remains the top target to strengthen their back line, and I wonder, will Chelsea get a loan deal done with a view to paying the full fee at the end of next season? Or is somebody like Ben Chilwell impossible now this summer? Here's an interesting headline. Chelsea morning headlines in the Football London as Dries Mertens hints at a Premier League preference. Now, this report has come from Corriere dello Sport in Italy, and they claim that he's keen to sign for Chelsea in the summer on a free transfer. They're quoting that he would prefer a move to England, and especially given his admiration for Frank Lampard. The story is also featured in the Daily Express, stating Napoli negotiations stall over a key dispute with Mertens. Calcio Mercato in Italy is stating that he's demanding a 2-year contract worth 4 million plus a renewal bonus. Corriere dello Sport are also stating that because of this contract situation and the stall between him and Napoli, Inter and Chelsea have heightened their interest and they've been in contact. Could Dries Mertens, a free transfer option, be another signing for Chelsea this summer? I have to say it's looking more and more likely. Referring to the situation with Chelsea's want for a striker to come in with Batshuayi leaving, the Express claimed that Chelsea are refusing to bid for Moussa Dembele because of one other player. It's being reported that Chelsea are watching the situation with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and have him as a target first and foremost, because he's going to be cheaper or the same money as Moussa Dembele, with Aubameyang already tried and trusted throughout Europe and in the Premier League, most importantly of all. Who would you sign? Mertens, Aubameyang, Moussa Dembele? So to report featured the other day, and The Sun, Chelsea boosters Jadon Sancho prefers transfer back home to London, putting a £100 million Man United move in doubt. Again, the money I can't see being paid. I think that if Chelsea are going to have a chance with Sancho, it will be a loan move first. Loan for a season, then maybe 80 million, 90 million next summer, a year's time. The source of this article is Gabriele Marcotti, the respected Italian football journalist, and he said this: I've been told Sancho would prefer a move back home, in other words, to London, where he grew up. But equally, I'm sure he prefers a move for wherever gives him the best package and long-term prospects. What do you think is going to happen with Jadon Sancho? Do you think this is all just a big cloud and it's just going to clear? And when the smoke clears, he's going to be sitting there at Dortmund for another year? I think it's looking more than likely. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to have him at Chelsea, but I think Sancho might stay at Dortmund. That's it from me. Friday the 8th of May, VE Day, and Have a great bank holiday. Smash the like button for me. Also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell for notifications to make sure you don't miss when my videos come out. Also check out the other videos here for more content from my channel. Have a great Friday. See you all tomorrow.